everyone. A very warm welcome to all you viewers watching this episode on behalf of SoilCup. I, Sarla Shivkumar, welcome today our very special guest, Anupama Pari from Mumbai. This is going to be a very interesting one because we are going to talk about food, and I think everyone loves, food. So over to you, Anupama, and I want you to please introduce yourself a little bit about your childhood, your studies, your education, and what is it that you were doing before you started Dhaani Foods? So over to you for all our viewers.
Thank you, Sarla. Thank you for interviewing me. It's a privilege that you've invited me today here, and I look forward to be able to share and whatever possible help my journey can give to people. I would love that to happen. So, as you can see, well, my name is Anupama Parhi, but that was not my original name. Before marriage, I was Anupama Singh. So
Right,
basically, my farm, we are from UP.
right.
My father was an army officer. So, being in the army as a child, I've traveled across the country. I've lived in various states, studied in multiple schools, and probably my desire to keep traveling came from there. Desire to learn more about our culture, about people, their food, their handicrafts, the way of life. Probably came from there because we used to keep travel. We used to visit the local people as well. I remember when I was in Assam, we had tea estates all around us. So
Wow.
it was beautiful view. And then we used to go to school in a army big 3 ton. It's called all the kids. The school was like an hour away. So that 1 hour used to be like the total view of the local villages, their daily lifestyle, their ponds right in front of the houses, and how they're managing their whole daily life. So I always had this desire. So whenever I get an opportunity, now also even for work, I try and go and mingle with the local people as well.
Right.
So my desire and to know about India, its culture, promote it to outside world came from there. I'm assuming this.
Right.
Finally, after my 12th, my father was posted in Mumbai, and that's
Okay.
how I happened to shift to Mumbai. And that was when my father got me admission in Wilson College, Chapati wala. There I graduated from chemistry, and we wonderful space. I mean, we were in wonderful space. I had lovely friends. I still am in touch with them. But that was the first time I had friends who were still in touch with me. Being in the
Right.
army, lost connect. We didn't have mobiles, so that was one thing that always stayed with me. That I will not marry an army worker because I can't stay in touch with people. और हर 2 साल सारा सामान पैक करो निकल जाओ नई जगह जाओ. So my mother tried, my father tried. I said no. I went ahead and had I had a love marriage.
Wow.
I so I worked. I did my post graduation, that is MBA from ITM in marketing.
MBA from?
ITM, Institute for Technology and Management.
Right.
And
Right.
yeah, in Mumbai only. It was in Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Now they have multiple colleges, but I was in Mumbai. And then I started working in a company called Orient Press. It was a campus recruitment. So
Hmm.
Orient Press was basically a packaging company, printing and packaging company. So
Hmm.
I was in the sales section, but I learned a
Right.
lot about printing, packaging, the back end, and
Hmm.
customers. My major role. Worked there for four
Right.
years. Very good space. I learned so much, and then I moved on to Kodak India Limited, the cameras company. There I worked for about again 4 years. I was in
Right.
corporate sales, handling the Western zone, and I don't feel any shame in saying that I was one of the best salesperson there. I got
Wow. In
yes, I
sales,
got
in sales,
many
you
offers.
can, and you have to do, first of all, when you're doing sales and marketing, you have to market yourself first. So, and
Very
if
true,
you believe that you are the best, otherwise, the product पीछे रह जाएगा फिर. We are the first product.
very true,
Yeah.
very true. I
But
learned it there.
so
During
nice
those
then. So nice to meet you then. Yeah.
same year. So there I remember within 9 months of my joining, I got the best salesperson in Asia Pacific region. My interview, my little write-up with about me with a nice picture was circulated. We used to have that intranet across the world of all the Kodak people, employees.
Right.
And it went to everybody there. So
Right.
that was like kind of a very, positive thing. My GM, sales GM, who had interviewed and finally selected me. And he used to boast around about me that I interviewed her, I selected her. So that was also something which gave me a lot of confidence about myself as well. So
Right.
during that time, I also got married. So I had met my future husband in my first company only, in the
Right.
Orient Press.
Right.
His name is Rajat Padhi,
Right.
and he's from Odisha,
Right.
and he was also in sales, but another division of another packaging division of Orient Press, which was the flexible packaging.
Mm-hmm.
And how we started going around, and we courted for about 2 years, got married in 2003, and we bought a house in Kandivali area, Kandivali Thakur village. And since then, we are living here only. I had my first son in 2004,
Right.
and second one was in 2009. So after my first son was born, I took a 2 years sabbatical. Then I again looked for a job, and I started working for Times of India, again
Right.
in the books division, Times Group Books, and I was again handling the Western zone. That was also a very good experience to understand how media works, how you can promote yourself through because social media had also started coming in by then.
Okay.
And yeah, so then I worked there again for 2 years, and then I had my second child. By then I was like done. I was like, okay, abhi job nahi karna. So during that time, I also realized my elder son had certain health issues, and
Right.
work had to take a backseat.
Right.
So that's my sort of my beginning. Then my business started happening later.
Most of, it's a very relatable story to most of the women, I think, across India. That yes, we all have a lot of talent, lot of skills, and we want to do our best. And anyone in sales can always vouch, that yes, I mean, we salespeople can do any job, anytime, because
True.
we have cracked the best deals. It's the toughest profile, I suppose, because you have to meet people, you have to be understanding their personality, and win them over, because otherwise you can't be good in sales. You have to
Correct.
become a great person yourself, before the people, you're able to sell your products. So this is one thing. And I also can relate to the fact that, it's so important to have a very balanced life, Anupama. And so when you get married and then you have children, so it's very obvious that you have to do something, creative, and not to forget about the family and children, and start, continue with your 9 to 5 job, or 9 to 9 job. Now it's not even 9 to 5, I think.
True.
It's very interesting, and it's so relatable. It's very relatable. And many women who will be watching this podcast, they will be taking, a few tips from you, and they would definitely, okay, if Anupama can do it, then so can I. So the entire purpose of this podcast, is to inspire people, to inspire women, who feel, okay, now we are married, now we have children, that's it, full stop. So we can't do anything. So, but I'm very sure that every woman has something or the other, a skill to develop and something to share with people to grow. So happy to hear that, you continue to grow and evolve, in spite of marriage and children. And of course, a child who is also having a health problem. Yes. Lots of, courage a woman has, I think, to continue doing all this, to go forward in this endeavor of business. It's not easy. Great. So moving on, thank you for sharing your story, Anupama. Let's talk about your Dhani Foods here.
Yeah. So, like I told you, my son who was diagnosed with a condition called autism, he was
Right.
about 2 years.
Right.
So We were a little skeptical because he was not communicating. And this
Okay.
was a time when admissions, school admissions were going on, medical
Yes.
certificate required, and we were a little worried. But we were very, very lucky that just next door to us is Gundesha School. And in those days, we had the principal was Seema Butch, ma'am. Amazing personality. She had this concept, she'd done a lot of research on inclusive education. And she, just took on our child without a single question. So we had already done there some tests for him, and we were advised to start doing therapies. They did not give it in writing that he has autism. They said, children do become all right. We don't want to put it in writing and, spoil their career in future.
Amazing. Amazing.
So we started with his therapies, but luckily the
So when you
school was
say therapy, it is a speech therapy or
speech,
speech
occupational
therapy?
therapy, speech therapy,
Right.
group therapies. We've done everything possible that is there.
Right.
And
Right.
in this journey, it was like the whole family was together, because
Right.
everybody else outside were people who did not understand what was happening to our child, and they would stay away. And small kids would actually, joke about it because he was not able to communicate. But it
Yes.
was my sister-in-law who stayed with us, eldest one, and my husband. So we divided our roles very well. It was
How
like he said,
nice.
my husband said, I will manage the expenses. You stay at home, you take care of the child. While my role was always to go communicate with people, find out more options, more solutions,
Right.
net,
Right. Right.
while my sister-in-law would follow whatever was happening, right? So if I found a new training or coaching institute, then we would start sessions, and then she would regularly take him there. So I would also be there. She would also do that. But she was a great help. Without her, I
Hmm.
guess हम manage नहीं कर पाते.
Yeah.
And then my
Yeah.
second
I
child
can.
was born, so I was had to take care of the second child also. So I took a sabbatical, and during this time, we were very lucky to find a homeopathic doctor. We were very clear we will not give allopathic medicines, no suppressants for the brain. So, one homeopathic doctor we found, Dr. Prasad Shetty.
Hmm.
His clinic is in Borivali, West. So CHRC, Classical Research Homeopathic Center, and
Right.
his medicines really started working. My son started showing improvement. That was when he suggested that you should change your food at home for your child. So,
I see.
yes, he said if you go organic, because chemicals in the food are interfere with the effectiveness of the medicine, homeopathic medicine. So, if you change your child's food, he can become better much faster. So that we were in a mode where कुछ भी करेंगे ऐसा था, because people had told us कुछ नहीं हो सकता, there is no cure, and we were
During
very
this time,
determined.
how old was your son, Anupama?
See, he was diagnosed at around 2.5 years, two and a half
Yeah, yeah.
years.
When you met this homeopathy doctor, at CRHC, so how old was he?
CHRC, he was probably about around 3.5 to 4 years.
Okay, right.
Because before that we tried a lot of other things. We went to Bombay Hospital, other places. We were only told this, that maybe you can, with therapy he can learn to be normal and do normal stuff, but will never be able a normal child. Other parents whose children were bigger also told us the same thing. But then I
Mm-hmm.
somehow, because I did not know about it, I was adamant. I said, "Kaise ho sakta hai? If this is not a normal situation, there should be a solution to it." Right? So I did lots of research, went online. That time, computer internet was not such a great, so much there in India. But then I did a lot of research of US work that was happening, other parents, how they were managing, what they were doing. So I got to know food. That is, if you give your child gluten or casein, which is wheat or milk, that aggravates the problem, the autism. So the parents there were experimenting by not giving their children wheat and milk products, and then that
Mm-hmm.
is what I started doing here in India. with my child. Again, organic we had already started. So it
Right.
was a tough phase because पूरा घर का lifestyle change करना, just for my child we could not do so. Everybody had to go organic. The whole kitchen had was made organic. I used to go to Nature's Basket first. Then there was another store close by. I started ordering from there, but never enough vegetables were there. Food was very expensive, groceries. So then I got to know of this Bandra Farmers Market, Kavita Mukhis. And then I started going there every Sunday to get
Mm-hmm.
food.
Mm-hmm.
And farmers used to come directly, sell there directly. They still do. It's one of the oldest market in Mumbai. Great job they're doing. I my blessings to them, because I would get my organic all whatever I needed. Farmers के पास जो season का होता था हमको मिल जाता
Right,
था,
right,
and
right,
better
right,
price.
right.
And there is my journey where it started in organic. My knowledge about
Mm-hmm.
organic started growing there. I started interacting with farmers. Though I have a background where my parents are from, my grandparents basically were farmers, my zamindars
Right.
and all, and we still have properties in villages. So, but बोलते बटाई में दे दिया तो हमको कुछ लेना देना नहीं है उससे वैसा था. But here I was again in touch with organic and farmers and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
farming.
Right,
Then my interest grew because my son was improving, right? So my interest also grew into organic, and I joined a lot of local groups, organic groups. People who wanted organic, people who were promoting organic, people who were selling organic, people who were advising organic, doctors and dietitians, all part of the same group. So I joined a group called Bhumija, and they had another, offshoot branch which was living without medicines. It was a WhatsApp
right,
group, and
right.
I got the opportunity to become the admin of the group for 1 year, and that is when I interacted with lots and more people as an admin. I
Right.
organized events, and I was anyways at home at that point of time. So I
Mm-hmm.
kuch to, being a working for women, sitting
Yeah.
at home 100% was not possible. So I joined a local NGO called INSEED. We were working on anti-plastic campaigning at that point of time. Then we also started working on education for the underprivileged kids. It's a very
Right.
locally based NGO, but we've been doing a great job. 15 years I've been with them. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful group. I got lots of inputs from these people. And
Right.
then when slowly the turning point came when my son was about eight-ish, second standard, I
Mm-hmm.
think, 8 and 9. And suddenly I realized that his uh, ability to understand phonics was very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, when universe gives you something negative, it also gives you something positive with it. And we realized his logical sense was very, very high. He was like a genius. So
Mm.
he was able to read anything when he was just in standard one. Usko,
Right.
if you were to give him a newspaper, he could read the whole newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Kids in his class were like still with very, very basic spellings. He could spell
Right.
anything unless it was some word which was weird. But so we started putting him into spell bee competitions, and he used to
Right.
top those.
Mm-hmm.
In standard, he became third at national
Mm-hmm.
level spell bee competition. He got a
Wow.
huge cup. We'd gone to Kerala for it,
Yeah.
and no, that was
Excellent.
actually his turning point and our turning point. Okay,
Yes.
now this is what we had been working for so many years.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
he was
Right.
still not communicating so well.
Right.
He still had some issues. He still was. It's taken us so many years to work on him, but that was the first turning point, wherein
Hmm.
society aunties who sit downstairs and used to say कि इनका लड़का पागल है, they started saying
Oh.
आपका बच्चा तो बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, right?
Hmm.
मतलब वो ट्विस्ट वहां पे आया.
Right.
And for my son also, when these kids started coming and talking to him, playing with him, he started making friends. It was a very tough task for him. So this change happened at that point. And then
Amazing.
improvement started happening in his communication also. So I would say that as a family, we've all put in our resources together, whether financially all our money was going into it,
Right.
emotionally we also invested. Because all our time was invested in this. Either I was researching this or I was connecting with people who could help me and guide me in any way, right? My sister-in-law was putting all her time training him at home after the therapy sessions, repeating those at home. And my husband, he refused so many promotions, which meant he had to
Wow.
go out of Mumbai. He said no. So we stayed in Mumbai for his therapies.
Mm,
Luckily, our house we had bought before our marriage only. So that was one very, very saving grace for us. We didn't have to shift houses and,
correct,
rent.
correct.
Bombay, mein to you know how it is.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
there, when he started becoming normal, now my husband said, now you have more time, do something,
Mm,
get a job.
right,
So I reminded my husband when we were quoting,
right.
na, I told him two things. One
Uh-huh.
was I will do social work, and which I had
Mm,
already started doing by then. And second, I will do business someday.
mm,
तो
mm.
उस समय तो उसने कुछ सोचा नहीं था हाँ हाँ ठीक है ठीक है but now I reminded him so now I will not work I will do business
Right.
so he was like तुम्हें कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है बिजनेस का तुम्हारी फैमिली में कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है मेरी फैमिली में कोई तुम कैसे करोगी तुम्हारा and my financial sense is a little poor basically even I am very openly saying this so I am very good with marketing and sales right but accounting paperwork जो होता है ना that थोड़ा बोर होता है basically so he was very skeptical and he's tried to stop me for like 2 years he kept me
Mm.
don't
By
do it don't
profession, what is your husband? What is he by profession?
So he's done MBA. He's from NM. He's a
Right,
BTech, and he's also into sales and marketing. So he's
right,
working for Thermo Fisher now
right,
as a GM sales.
right,
So, but I was adamant. I said, "मैं job नहीं करूँगी. I'm not going to work under anybody anymore."
right,
Now,
right,
it's
right.
it's high time I start my something of mine, even if it's small.
Mm.
Finally, मार के he said, "Okay, करो जो करना है."
Mm.
So I started from home. I started from home.
Right,
I hired two people, one late girl for doing billing and one boy for
right,
delivery. And I just announced in my friend circle. And I was doing social work, so my area, everybody knew about me and my work.
right,
Then it's like, okay, I'm getting organic fruits and vegetables for myself every
right.
Sunday. Get for you also. And I'll just take a little margin of 10%. And they were like
So
happy
was
for
it only the raw fruits and vegetables, organic,
I
or
started.
was it in any form? It's
No,
all
no,
in
it was
raw
raw,
form.
raw, raw.
Raw form. Okay,
Yeah.
great,
So I was
great.
very clear about this from the beginning because anything which is home cooked is the best and the
Right,
freshest. And that is
right.
what I have been trying to promote ever since. So what we are able to give you is the chemical free fruits, vegetables, and groceries. And we recommend you cook at home. We do have some ready to eat products also, but actively we have not gone into it. As a business, yes, we have been advised that that is where money is. We are
Yes,
still looking at the options,
right.
but we still recommend that to people that you buy stock your
Yeah.
house with basics and cook little, but cook
Hmm.
at home, cook, eat fresh.
Right. So very
So my
interesting, very interesting. Yeah, please continue.
yeah. So I started from home. I had hired these people on like a once a week basis, and then a group of people reached out to me. They were like working professionals but passionate about organic. And they said that why don't we join hands? It took us
Right,
about 2 months to discuss details, and then we started out. We started a store in Thakur Village, organic store by the name of Organico. We yeah, so Organico, and we were like 7 partners. They were
right,
all working people, so
right,
partnership was between me and their wives, basically on paper.
right. Hmm.
Somehow things didn't work out. Um, Probably our understandings or whatever. We tried working, making things work for a year. It didn't work out. So I moved out of
Seven
that
is a
store.
little bit too big a number, I guess, too many minds coming in and too many, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And it did not work out.
it didn't work out. It was
Right.
very sad for me because it was like my first business, registered business. But anyways, I had to move out because it was stressing me out too much. And then I in Kalaghoda. So my husband is from Odisha, like I told you. He's in
Right.
Oriya. And if you ever travel to Orissa, you will see they have beautiful handicrafts. They
Yeah,
have
yeah,
the
of course.
yes. So they have, and the reason is that throughout history, the known history, they were unconquered. Mughals did not reach them. Even the British reached them very late, right? So that space, they were. Ashoka was the one who had
Mm,
fought one. After that, I
mm,
think there was never any war. So their handicraft business or their
mm,
culture stayed
mm,
intact. They still have a lot of these tribes who use handmade products for their own daily use, and these now are available for sale. Now business that has become now a kind of a self-help group business promoted by the government, state government. So they have products from sabai grass, golden grass. They have dokra, which is a metal art. They have some beautiful work on palm leaf with cutting and carving and all that stuff. So I had seen those. I used to get those for my friends as gifts whenever I used to go to my in-laws'
right,
house.
right, right, right. Mm-hmm,
One
mm-hmm,
fine day, I had gone with my friend to Kalaghoda festival, and there
mm-hmm,
one fellow was sitting with these sabai grass, beautiful baskets, selling them.
mm-hmm.
So my friend looked at me and she knew me very well. She's like, why don't you do this business? You know? And this is and being into social work again, anti-plastic campaign, it really struck a chord. I said, yeah, that sounds very good.
Explain this product to you a little bit more for our viewers, a little bit more. What is this product
Sure.
like?
So let me show you here in my on my. You can't show you there, but I'll show you there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you see this
okay.
basket, yeah. Now
Beautiful.
what you see is basically a wool work here. All of this
Uh-huh.
is wool work, but the base here is sabai grass. So sabai grass is nothing but what charpais used to be made of. If you remember,
Right, right,
charpais,
right, right, right.
that kadak material. Now that they are able to make it soft with new technology, and they make
Mm-hmm.
beautiful baskets out of it. Various
Right.
shapes, sizes, colors, bags are also made out of it. Jhumars, beautiful jhumars are made out of it. So chairs, tables even are made out of this. So sabai grass is very sturdy and it grows wild out there. So every year they cut it, every year it comes back. And
Okay.
now sabai grass is where I started my handicraft business, Dhani Kala.
Right.
I named it Dhani.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Very interesting. Yeah.
So, should I continue? It's a long
Yeah,
story.
yeah, yeah. Please, 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 please. Maybe you could just say a little bit more now because we have now spoken about, your background, your home, your marriage, your education, and your children. I think most of it we have covered, and the reason why you wanted to get into food business, very strong why you had in your life. And without that why, I don't think it would have been a purposeful business. So, Anupama, as we were discussing, that we were trying to do a recap of all that you had shared, and the most important being, it's been a blessing in disguise in your life that, you know, one thing led to the other, and you have discovered yourself in this process, because you wanted to help your son, because you wanted to see your son happy. In the process, I think now you are in such a position where you can see many families happy. You've spread good health, which is so good. And so a lot of thanks to your son, who was the catalyst. He's a
Yes.
catalyst. And so all gratitude to him. I think, it's, yeah. And I'm very sure you would also, appreciate and admit and embrace this, that because of him that you're able to spread this goodness around. So it's a wonderful thing which has happened in your life. Moving on, Anupama. So I would like to know something more about your Dhaani Foods. Like,
Yes. So, as I told you the earlier that Dhani Kala I started out because my organico business was, I moved out of the partnership,
yes,
and there was
yes.
some clause, 3 years you cannot do the same business. So I invested a lot. I traveled a lot in villages of Orissa, met the artisans, got products, invested. And then by the time, so this was in 2018. I started out in 2018 January from home.
Mm-hmm.
March 2018 we launched Organico, and in next year, so within same year I moved out also, and I launched Dhani Kala in November 2018. By May 2019, Organico naturally closed down. They were not
Okay,
able to manage the business and they closed down
right.
the partners. So then it became it was open for me to continue with organic because since that company is closed down, the clause it doesn't work. So within the under Dhani Kala, I started food also, Dhani Food.
Mm-hmm.
So Dhani Food name came later, but that time we were like very unclear, क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. So 2019 we started picking this. Customers were the same. They were my friends. Uh, my suppliers were the same. So we started out, and the employees were the same. The whole
Right,
setup
right.
shifted to my office, and foods also started with along with handicrafts. So handicraft needed me to do a lot of exhibitions, participate, do marketing, and I was pretty busy in that. While food was more of calling and connecting with people on a regular basis, taking regular orders, which my staff would do. And by the time it was 2019, yeah, and 2020 lockdown happened. So that time my
The
son was
famous,
in
the famous COVID and
famous
lockdown years.
first lockdown. Now
Yes,
happy to share this that my son by then he was in 10th. My elder
right.
one, he
There,
was
10.
now
Okay,
in 10th.
right.
And I was busy with his studies also. So I thought, after he finishes his 10th, then I will full time get into business and do big business. And 2020 lockdown happened, and I was in Odisha, Bhubaneswar during the lockdown.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
we had gone for 5 days कि लॉकडाउन होने वाला है जाके आ जाते हैं. Odisha being Odisha, एक दिन पहले they started the lockdown.
Right, right, right,
Chief
right,
Minister
right.
was very proactive, and we
Uh,
were 7 months I was there, and I had no choice but to restart my business online with my staff. My staff was functioning in Bombay. I was online managing everything, and we were able to do that within almost 10 days of lockdown. We had all the permissions. We had all the suppliers started coming. At least two or three started out initially, and we were able to open shop, which many people could not do earlier for a very very long time.
right, 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 right.
Probably
Actually,
my experience of sales earlier and all that stuff, my experience with social work with the NGO INSEED, all of that
the
probably.
grit and determination of a salesperson, that
Yes,
salespeople are made of steel. We will not give
yes,
up easily. Yeah.
very true, very true. And I would also say somewhere my army background always helps me. It somehow doesn't let you let go. अभी आर्मी में तो ना करो या मरो.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
probably all of that
Do
plus my
do
mother.
or die. Do
Yeah,
or die.
my mother was always a pillar with us, me and my brother. When we were kids, and my father used to be in the field. So I've seen her never give up. I've seen her, kitna bhi problem hota hai. After 5 minutes of sitting down, she'll be like sad, and then she'll get up again. नहीं, करके रहेंगे, वैसा. And that probably stayed with me. As an entrepreneur, I'm sure you also understand this. We face so many issues at so many levels, whether it is with starting up funding, it is with employees, knowledge base, competition, whatever it is, कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आती रहती हैं, राइट. एंड देन यू फील कि क्यों कर रहे हैं इतना मेहनत, right?
Right,
Why am I struggling so much? I don't need to struggle so much. I can very happily
right,
do training. I'm an ILD trainer as well. I can do something else. Why am I struggling here? But then it comes back that, see, this is my passion. I started it because I wanted to make a difference.
Correct.
When I needed organic food, there was none around my area. Now,
Correct.
because I am doing it, people at least have an option. And people call me from far and wide. They
Wow.
Google, they call up, they inquire, केमिकल फ्री है ना? बिकॉज मेरे फैमिली में किसी को कैंसर है, उनके लिए चाहिए. मेरे फैमिली में किसी को डायबिटीज है, उनके लिए खपली आटा चाहिए. And we reassure them that I do my due diligence, I do my research. I don't go to the big companies all the time because I can't do that due diligence there. I go to small farmers. I go to exhibitions, I participate in these, I put up stalls. I actually visit every time there is Biofact in Delhi. I go there. I go for these organic farmers meets wherever they're happening in India. And I get
Amazing.
the best farmers, they get the best product. So it is a long process before somebody can, supply to me. It's like 2 to 3 months of process wherein I go through them, I talk to them, I take their products, I try it myself. After that is done, then I go and make a visit there. I look at the farm, I look at their mentality, why they are doing organic farming, right? That is very, very important. And will they stick around with it? Or will they cheat in between? That you can make out. And I sit and have food in their house. जमीन पे बैठ के गांव में उनका चूल्हे में बनता हुआ खाना खा के, and then I make a choice. So many times it has happened. I've done all of this and I've not taken anything from them. I just say sorry. I need more time. I don't say no to them uh,
Yeah.
openly, but I just say I need more time to think because
Right.
maybe whatever they're doing, it is not going with me, right?
Right.
I am convinced. So I don't take it from them. So my supplier base is very limited, but my contact base of farmers is huge across the country. So
Wonderful. Wonderful.
aim is to get the best product
Hmm.
so that whoever needs it would benefit from it. Because otherwise, why would people want to spend extra money and come to me? Correct? Organic is expensive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, how expensive is organic food compared to their, the counterpart?
So if you go to the market and look at the brands, they
Hmm.
they would be like 2 to 3 times more expensive, depending on
Hmm.
how big the brand is, how popular the brand is. But I am
Right.
sourcing directly from farmers. So I
Hmm.
would say it is somewhere around 30 to 40% more expensive.
Right.
Give and take a few products here and there. Some products
Right.
are more expensive than others, depending on how far
Great.
they're coming from. So my cost
Mm-hmm.
majorly is uh, we give fair price to the farmers because they are doing a good job. They are the first
Yeah.
level of people who should get appreciated, and they have a
Yes.
right to good health, good life.
Yes.
And secondly, transportation, because we cannot order and keep products for a longer time because they are all
Hmm.
kept. Bombay climates, anyways, is such that कीड़ा बहुत जल्दी आता है. So we
I
have to
see.
order small quantities.
Right.
And
Got it. Got it.
small quantity, but the transport is still the same, right? So our overall cost goes up like that, but we try our very best to make it as less as possible. And we're working on the packaging.
A decade ago, you wouldn't have even thought, no, did you ever think that you will be dealing with farmers, that you will be going to the fields and then, sitting
So,
at this level and having food with them? 10 years ago, I mean, can you even imagine?
so
Did
I
you
always
imagine?
actually always love to travel and do these kind of things that visit the farms or maybe just have a good time there, right? But hands-on. So I am going to be. I've enrolled for TTP, Teachers Training Program with Sri Sri University, and I'll be joining in January. It's a 8 days program, residential. So I intend now to become a trainer for the farmers and convert more and more farmers into organic farming. So now,
When you
I
say
mean, now,
Sri Sri, it is the Ravi Shankarji's,
yes, 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 university, yes.
right,
In fact, I enrolled it this year, January, but there was some other event which happened to be coinciding. So now I'm
right,
doing it next coming January.
right. And it's a
So yes,
residential course or is it an online
residential.
course?
So this
1 year?
earlier, no. This is a 7 day TTP course,
Okay, that's great.
residential. And
Okay.
I've been with Shri Shri's group doing a lot of other smaller courses around since last 4 to 5 years now. Gardening courses I've done. I've done these, uh, basically or millet courses. So I am a millets cooking expert. I've learned from yeah, the millets, the best person, the well-known Khadar Wali ji, Dr. Khadar Wali, his daughter. So if you just Google him, you will know he's got the President's Award also
How do you
this year.
spell it? How do you spell it, please?
Wali, Khatr Khadar Wali, Wali, I think.
Okay,
So
Khanapali. Okay,
his daughter is a trainer, and
right.
I have done a residential 3 days residential course for learning about millets because millets is
Amazing.
important. So now I train.
Amazing.
I train people on millets, how to use millets, why millets are good, and most of my trainings are absolutely free. I don't charge for knowledge. I charge for products.
Wonderful. So I think you have now accumulated, so many skills and so much of knowledge. We are not going to leave you, Anupama. We have to invite you once again, maybe, and maybe we can do some kind of a collaboration. Maybe you can do some kind of training for people. Yes, people whom we know, so that this good thing can spread all across India.
Definitely, definitely.
This
I
is
would look
something which
forward to that.
everybody need, and amazing. What your journey is really amazing. It's very
Thank you so much.
inspiring, and I'm so happy to have met you today. Please tell me, is there any success story that you would like to share? Anything like where people have used your products and then they have found some, major change in their life, a major transformation in them, that you feel very happy that you were a part of their journey and transformation. Is there any story like that you
Many,
can
many,
share?
many, many stories are there actually.
Amazing. Share any one which is very
Yes.
close to your heart.
So I'll give you some basic, simple examples as well. Uh, there's a friend of mine, and she started using our oils, cold pressed oils.
Right,
She's a dentist, so
right,
for her, her working hours are very erratic and long. So she has this acidity issue. Plus, she's I think thyroid or diabetic, one of the things. So
right,
she was constantly having health issues because of digestion.
right,
Then she switched to cold pressed oils with us and pulses. So we have hand pounded pulses and cold pressed oil. So these two major switches she did. And within 3 months, she came back to me and said her acidity has gone down so much because of the change of oil. Just
wow,
just that one thing. Because the oil, that refined oil that we, so happily buy, they say good for health, good for Sapola and all that stuff. I don't want to name any of them, but all of them go through huge chemical processes. They're
oh,
full of chemicals, and that affects our health. Similarly, when we use, say, even ghee for that matter, right? So a lot
right,
of my clients use our ghee for that first morning chammach, that 1 spoon ghee,
right.
because that to be had, just like that, on an empty stomach, and they've
Mm-hmm.
had many positive changes in that. I never used to do that. मैं तो ऐसे, दाल में डाल के खा लेती थी. But then when I heard them telling me this, I started using that. And believe me, I have started, realizing that I am slowly losing weight as well. So it's just a small thing as that, which is really pure. It makes a huge difference in the way your hair body starts
And
reacting to
even
it.
this ghee also comes under your Dhani Foods.
Yes, yes. So we have
Wonderful one.
A2 Bilona ghee, made by the Vedic methods. Then we have cold pressed oils.
Mm,
Freshly, we get them every week from the
right.
farms. We have 3 to 4 farmers who are approved suppliers for us. Then we have, hand pounded pulses and grains. So some
Mm-hmm.
people don't like hand pounded because थोड़ा थोड़ा छिलका रह जाता है. So उनके लिए then
Right,
we get the machine one also, but
right.
it has to fall under chemical free category, the
Correct.
natural category. Then we also have honey. which is directly sourced from farmers, smaller, the people who actually take the bee boxes and put them into organic fields. So we get these
Mhm.
flavors honey. So mustard ki field mein rakha hai, so it becomes mustard flavored. Neem ki
Okay.
flavored.
Is that
This
true? Really? Is that
artificial.
true?
Yes, yes, yes. It becomes, you
Wow.
get slight tinge of it. So it is,
Amazing.
there's no additive. It's not an additive like some other companies, they add as an additive saying it gives you vitamins and all. This is what I source, where I source from, they don't add anything. They're like very,
Wow.
very natural, doing this in for years, generations, 2 to 3 generations. So they know
Mhm.
the whole techniques. Same way with the ghee
Great.
fellow. He's done his course, proper Ayurvedic method course of
Right.
managing cows. So his
Mm-hmm.
the process is so beautiful. Anybody who tries the ghee once cannot leave it. They continue. फिर
Wow.
उसके बाद दूसरा कुछ पसंद ही नहीं आता ऐसा हो जाता है. Because now
So
I
I hope
enjoy.
all these viewers, of Soil Cup, whoever is going to watch this episode, they will definitely would love to try out these products, organic
I look
products,
forward to that.
through
Yes.
Anupama, and you'll have to help us with that, Anupama. And maybe, somehow end of the program, or, what, you'll have to give us the link and the address and the number you can share, so that, in your podcast, like, you can share all of that, so that many people will be your followers and your fans also. And then, of course, not to forget the blessings, which you will get. I'm very sure, I'm already imagining how many people must be blessing you for good health.
So I'll tell you, there was we were only locally supplying initially. There was
Right,
this lady from Powai.
right,
She was following up so much with us to start supplying there. She said, "I don't trust others, big companies. I somebody from my family has tried your product, and I want your product to my house." And we said, it is expensive. We sending thing from here, Kandivali to Powai. And she said, no, 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 please send. Because her father had some health issues. And
right.
then we told her that if you get me 4 more customers, then I will start supplying. And she made it possible. Believe me, when you say blessings, yes. So many of our customers are such that whenever I get to talk to them, they only say this to me. We are so grateful to you for doing
Yeah.
this,
Wow.
because
You don't
where
know
would
how
we
much
get other?
you're accumulating. You're accumulating a lot of blessings.
I'm thinking all these blessings have helped my sons. My
Yes.
elder one is now in third year of MBA Tech, data science from NM College, and he got through merit. He gave
Right.
a proper
The
exam. He was
Narsi College in Mumbai, or
yes,
the
yes,
Narsi
yes.
College? Yeah, right.
So
Amazing.
he's the one who had health issues, the elder one, and the younger one is now in 10th. He's pursuing football. We are
Right.
looking forward to a good football career for him. He's really, really good with his sport and very passionate about it. So
So
just
can
keeping up
we
with.
say that, that you are very successful in life, or what does success mean to you, Anupama? Is this what you want to do in life? And or do you still have some more dreams and goals to achieve? It's so interesting and it's so valuable that we have to extend our time. Thank you so much for, um, being such a valuable person, giving us such value add to this show. Great. So we were actually discussing. So have you arrived? Like, is this what you wanted to achieve? Do you feel very successful with whatever has happened so far, or you're still aiming for sky now?
So certainly it's never enough for human beings, right?
Yes.
We always have plans, and
Yes.
plans, in Iron Lady, if I may add, we train people that plan as if you will live forever. That your learning plan should be such that you will live forever. So yes, I have lots of plans, big plans in different areas, and they keep changing also with time. But
Absolutely.
somewhere, yes, as a family person, I would say I feel yes, I have succeeded. I've been a successful person, so that because I was somewhere able to give a normal life to my son. So it's not just
Right.
me, it's family. My son
I would,
works hard.
I would not say a normal life, but maybe a miraculous life.
Yes, when I look around, I feel
Yes.
blessed that our son was able to become normal, lead a normal life, has normal friends, goes to a normal school, looking for a normal career, which seemed so impossible earlier.
Yes,
And it has
absolutely.
the work of all of us in the family. Everybody has worked together. So as a family, I would say we are successful. Uh, Ups and downs तो होते ही रहते हैं. But as a professional, uh, from where I came, my mother had always told me that you have to do great things in life because she
Mm,
wanted to do, she could not do. She wanted to be a
mm,
doctor and etc. She wanted me to be a doctor too, but I never wanted to be a doctor. So somewhere, yes, I have this company and I want to take it to a level where I can not only supply organic and natural food products to people, but I can also support our farmers who are doing such a good work and give them a good life. And
mm,
more and more land, more and more area should come under organic or natural farming because it's a need of the hour. Our
mm.
environment is going for a toss. If we
Yes,
continue this, so many health issues are happening because we have spoiled our environment. So
absolutely. Mm,
somewhere this could be a start, this could be a catalyst wherein when people start looking at farming, looking at organic, looking at chemical free food, then it can go into other areas, right, wherein they look at the environment as part of themselves.
right.
Currently we are doing that.
In your own way, you're doing, a doctor's job, of saving lives. So a doctor is saving a life after somebody is, uh, diagnosed with a very big problem. Whereas here, you're already doing by supplying these kind of, healthy food. You're probably preventing a lot of them from reaching that stage, where they need a doctor's help.
I hope so, I hope so, I hope so.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm so inspired by your journey and your story, your hard work and dedication, Anupama. And yeah, I've got so many questions to ask, but I don't. I think we can have a whole entire day podcast maybe with you. There's still lots. Yeah, there
Oh,
is
I'm a
still lots.
talkative person and sales people are talkative, you know that, right?
That is that's a good problem, I guess, to have.
Yes.
It's a good problem. Yeah. So how do you balance your work life? Yeah.
So like I told you, I've got lots of help and I've been using all the principles I've learned so far
Yes.
of
Yes.
maximizing. I
Yes.
have a very supportive family. I have
Right.
cultivated it for during these years. So I
Right.
have help at home, maids are there. So God bless them. Then I have my sister-in-law, she's the eldest one. She's retired now, and she
Right.
stays with us. So
Right.
her presence is always a very big reassurance that okay, everything is
Right.
fine in the house. Everything will move
Right.
smoothly. Even if I have to travel outside, I don't have to think twice. So
Right.
that is a great help. And
Amazing. Amazing. So the universe
husband
is
is
continuing supporting and helping you in every way possible.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
Lovely.
for anybody to be successful, family has to be there to support them. If family is not supporting them, their success will automatically reduce to half. How much ever they work hard, either they will not be happy, right? And if you're not happy, how long will you move on in career?
Yes.
So it's very, very important for families to understand this. That so if you support each other, not just women, but everybody in the family, support somebody who's doing thinking out of the box, trying to do something new, right? Maybe they today you do not understand what they're doing, but if they have a vision, have a little faith in their vision.
Mm,
Let them do
very
it. Let
well
them.
said.
What worst can happen is they will probably not be as successful, but
Yeah.
their trial. See, it's like once if I try, I reach a certain level, maybe somebody else seeing me would reach better than me. So
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
I've created a benchmark for people to move beyond me, right? I've helped the society move a little, to the next level.
Brilliant. Yeah, very nice. Um, so having said that, what does failure mean to you? Success के बारे में तो बात किया हमने, but what does failure mean to you?
Failure to me is only one thing, that if I give up today, will I regret it tomorrow?
Mm,
For everything, whatever I do. So whenever I'm about to give up on whether it's a personal issue, professional issue, I only think about it. Can I put in a little more effort? Will I regret it tomorrow that I didn't try enough? And if I tried, probably I would have been successful today in this.
mm,
So that is failure to me. So
nice.
before I can give up, I think completely to the many times. I take advice on anything, and probably that's the reason why I've been able to continue in this journey. That I don't want to regret it.
Yes. And I'm very sure that you will not regret, and because you are, you are one of those people who are fighters. So you
Yes.
will fight till the end. You are an army person's daughter. So in any case, no, there is no defeat. You have to win every single day in your life, and you have been winning, I think, fighting all these odds. And it's a great journey. It's a great transformation, a 180-degree transformation, I think, in your life, in your family's life. And I think the farmers, I think what I really want to say before I end, if we have to live, we are what we eat. That's what it said. We are what we eat. And what we eat is basically coming from the farmers.
That's right.
And you are now, connected and touch base with the grassroots level, the farmers. And it's so amazing, that you are doing a great service by getting in touch with them, supplying, taking products from them, supplying it to the people. And this is an amazing journey. I really wish, Anupama, you all the very best in life. And we are going to meet again very soon. And lots of success for you. And without, these blessings from and I'm sure all the farmers must be definitely blessing you and appreciating what you're doing for them, So it's
I,
a,
I look at it the other way around, Sarnaji. I look at it that they are doing us a favor by
yes,
being the primary producers.
yes,
They are the ones who do all the hard work. We are just trying to make people meet up.
yeah,
Right. So I always tell them I am grateful that आप organic बना रहे हो हमारे लिए
yeah,
health अच्छी हो पा रही है इसके कारण
right.
हमारा business so is a medium basically.
Yeah.
Today if I don't do this,
Farmers,
something else
they
also.
are the most
But
important ones, I think, giving us, because if we have to live, we need food to live, and that food is provided by the farmer. So I think they are, next to God, Annadata, they are giving us the food.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, great. And you are in touch with them, and I wish you all the best. And please convey our best wishes to all those farmers, and hope to see you soon. And
Thank you
before
so much.
we, disconnect, if you can say a few words about Soil Cup and the opportunity.
So I am actually very, very grateful that you people are doing such a great job of interviewing and getting these beautiful ideas from so many entrepreneurs because anybody who becomes an entrepreneur or does some business has something unique and we all as entrepreneurs and even non-entrepreneurs can learn so much from them. But that is only possible if we get to hear them, right?
Yes.
So this is such a selfless job that you're doing. I mean, it's like not expecting anything in return, reaching out to people, interviewing them, giving your time, your research that you do beforehand. So I'm so grateful to the beautiful task that you're doing. All the very best to you. And in case you need any way I can support you in any form, do let me know. I'll
Thank
be
you so much.
more than
Thank you. Thank you so very much. And I hope, Soil Cup is also watching this podcast. The founder, who's, a very, very wonderful human being, Sharad. And we have support, from Shruti and so many other people in the team. So we're all like together working as a team and enjoying our podcast sessions with the wonderful people like you all. Thank you so much, Anupama. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you.